Hey, this is PC Guy, and this is an IBM 5160, and this is the issue I'm having with it, and we are going to fix it. Brightness is full, contrast, so let's do this. But before that, let's do a what you call it, a review. So this is a first. I think it's a first because the power supply date code says 1983. This is the first generation IBM PC XT. Obviously from '83. It has the IBM 5151 monochrome monitor, and then it has an IBM Model M, model of which I cannot identify. If you do know what it is, please put that in the comments below. It has one 5¼ inch floppy drive, and one 5¼ inch, possibly, most likely, 1 MB hard drive, which actually, believe it or not, still spins up and works. Although I don't know if it has any data on it, all I know is that it spins up and the head goes back to the original position, goes to the park position whenever you plug in the power supply just to the hard drive and just to the drives. But so I have gone to what you call it, I've used the internet to help me fix the problem with the fact that this thing's ticking, and it turns out that there's a short on the motherboard, which means it's a teardown video, since you have to take this entire damn thing apart just to get to the motherboard. And yes, this monitor I believe does work, but I have no clue if it displays any picture. All I know is that it shows a green line, and occasionally it'll show a proper picture of solid green. But to be honest, I absolutely do not know what if this monitor is good or not. All I know is that if it's broken, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to fix. So I'm going to take this out of. I just need to type on that some more. So anyway, let's put this on the bed and let's get to it. Alright, so this thing's on my bed, and the first thing I should do with it is obviously take this nice feeling metal cover off so I can expose the insides. Oh shit, this is really hard. Oh, this isn't the hardest process. The hardest process is balancing it. Well, when I unscrew the screws, I will alright, so I got that done. So let's open it up. Both hands. Okay, so here is the innards of it. So I had an ad-lib sound blaster lying around, so I just put it in here. So let's start with the cards. And this flat head is broken, so let's use the nut driver, which is more appropriate for this since every single nut in here, since everything is the same size. I'll just get to that when I completely tear this thing down. Oh, I don't want to take that apart. Wrong one. I forgot about that. I realized that is a... Fuck. Well, I gotta put that screw back on because... Well... Because I don't want this blanking plate to fall out, and I also don't want to lose it. So I'll just move this. Wait a second. Where'd it go? Oh, it fell right. But I'll get back when all the cards are out. Alright, so all of the cards are out, and yeah, the capacitor blew. Nice. So the main thing is we gotta clean off this motherboard. But before we do that, we gotta take these drives out and also unplug them. Alright, that's done. So, shit, where'd I put the screwdriver? God damn it, I lost it. Alright, I found the screwdriver, and what I'm gonna do is just unscrew this. They're literally all the same screw, so that's a good thing. Ah, shit. So, I'll get this drive out. Never mind that. I'll get both drives out, and I'll just show you them as we go along. Alright, so I got both of the drives out, and so here is the massive full height IBM branded 5 1/4 inch floppy drive with a working belt, which that's actually quite neat, though it does feel a little bit stiff. The belt, that is. But that belt still works. That's very uncommon. And here we have the hard drive. Now I'm not going to move it too much because I definitely don't want to ruin it. But that's the hard drive. And here's a motherboard. Let's unplug the speaker. Alright, that's done. Then they're all the same. That's a good thing, but it's pretty interesting. And then we'll have to take clips out, so as soon as I'll get this motherboard out and I'll show you what I have to do. Alright, so I got the motherboard out, and this is really dusty, so let me go dust it off with some video magic. Alright, so I tested the board and it works fine, or it should work fine. You know, let's go hook it up and test it again, because I don't want to jinx myself ever, because I hate that when that happens. So let's go put this together. Ah, shit. Let me go put this on. Alright, so I have everything hooked up, and I think the monitor's broken, but let's give it a try. And it's not making that noise anymore. Thank God. But let's go put this thing. I'm gonna go put this thing back together, and get you there shortly. Alright, so I am So this is the test that I'm going to perform again. There might be a couple of issues, but this is what I have as of now. Alright, so I looked it up and it says for troubleshooting in beep codes. I don't think you can see that, but I can. But first one, after beep codes, is no beep, power supply system board problem, disconnected CPU, most likely the second or third. It's most likely a system board problem or disconnected CPU, especially after a capacitor blew. But I really don't know what's going on. But speaker's definitely connected because one time it was actually beeping, like it just one long continuous beep and then it just faded away. But that is about it. So I guess back to work. Alright, so I have narrowed it down to a RAM issue or a processor issue, and honestly I have no clue because this is all I'm getting out of it. And yes, the monitor is connected to the computer. Nothing. Not even the drive is reading. None of the drives are initializing. Like, I have this top DOS disk. It's not even for the system, it's for an Atari. But, might as well give it a try. Nothing. I printed out the guide to operations. I honestly don't know what to do here, so I guess I'll just conclude the video. This is PC Guy, and see ya. Also, after video edit, I did swap out the RAM to make sure that I swapped out all 4 things of RAM. I forget what they're called. Banks. I swapped all 4 banks of RAM to bank 1, and that still has not worked. Which means at least 4 chips are dead. That or the processor is dead. Now, if it's a processor, those are cheap. If it's RAM, it's less cheap, but still a pain in the butt.